I am Anil Kumar. Welcome to your favorite YouTube channel. Here, your request is being answered by our solutions, and that is the continuous process of learning which we both enjoy. In this video, we'll learn how do we add integers using a model. Now, there are a couple of models which we use. One is the shown here is using counters. So, in this particular case, we are using red circles as positive integers and the blue circles as negative integers. While writing, it is very difficult to write with red and blue circles. So, what I will do is a shortcut and I'll use term counters. So, for red, which is positive, I will write a positive sign. For blue, which is negative for us, we'll write a negative sign. So, we are saying positive. So, I'll just changing the name as counters. So, I'll use blue as negative counters and red as positive counters. So red circle is positive for us and we have positive counters equivalent to it. Perfect. Question number 1 here is what are integers? Question number 2, explain zero principle. Question number 3, apply zero principle to find the sum, addition process of two integers plus 5 minus 7 in this case. And then we have to apply zero principle to find the sum of minus 6 plus 1. So with these, we'll understand many concepts about integers. Now, first is what is integers? So integers basically include both positive and negative numbers plus the zero. And we prefer to show integers on a number line. So here is our number line where 0 is right there in the center, which is an integer, and numbers on the right, the counting numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on, right, are the integers, and their reflection on the 0, which is minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, and so on. So let me write down these integers here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. As we move to the right, the numbers increase. Okay, so that concept is there on the left side also. So what I'm trying to say here is minus 1 is greater than minus 2. Makes sense. Now another important concept which we talk about is zero principle. Zero principle is that the negative numbers are also called additive inverse, right? So what is happening is that if I do, let's say, plus and minus 2, right? This is like going this side by plus 2, right? And this is going this side by minus 2. So if I do this operation, it lands up at 0. So what I'm trying to say here is that combination of plus and minus is equal to 0. That is zero principle. In the language of counters, if I add these two, 1 plus and 1 minus, what I get is a 0, right? So that becomes a zero principle. So let's move forward and have a look at these questions in greater details. So we have learned what is integers, and integers basically are numbers which are right in these brackets. So when I put these brackets, it means set of number or group of numbers, right? So these curly brackets enclose all the numbers. And integers basically are infinite set of numbers, right? So 0 in between and counting numbers in natural numbers on the right hand side. You see that. Including 0 gave us whole numbers, and now additive inverse, right? So what you add to these natural numbers to get 0 is what is added, which are negative numbers, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, and so on. Correct? You see that. So these are the set of integers. And now they're so commonly used, like in all the set of we have, we also give them a symbol. So we give a symbol z to it. Normally in the books, it is written with two lines here. So while writing, you can also make it bold. So both z's are the set of integers, right? So let me write z, which is symbol for set of integers. So z is equals to all these numbers within a curly bracket, negative, 0, and positive numbers. So that is clear to you. Now we'll talk about zero principle. So in this concept, we use counters. So here we're saying that the red counters are positive integers for us. While writing, I'll write like this positive counter, right? We'll call it counter, which is positive, and negative counters, which is in color diagrams, I'll use blue color for circle to give negative counters. Right. So we have positive and negative counters which are designated by circles sometimes. So there are a couple of things which go together here. So now let's see what is zero principle. With the help of counters, I explain it like this, that if I add a positive and a negative, right? In that case, this combination of positive and negative will give me 0. So that is zero principle, right? Combination of positive and negative. Perfect. On a number line also we explain zero principle. So on a number line, when we have numbers from 0, let's say these are the numbers, right? If you go forward, let's say two steps, right? 1 and 1. And then if you return minus 2, that is, do you understand? So this is plus 2 and this is minus 2. Where you reach is 0 itself. That is zero principle. So the concept is explained both with the help of counters and with the help of number lines. So in another set of videos, we are discussing all the same concepts with number line. I will encourage you to see that also. There are many ways to explain the same thing. So I hope this concept is clear, right? So let's move on and take up the question. So the question here now is to apply zero principle to find sum of these numbers. So we need to find sum of plus 5 and minus 7. So with the help of counters, let us do it. So in counters, plus 5 really means that 5 positive, which are the red ones. So what I will do here is write down plus here, right? Plus 5. Perfect. And for minus 7, we'll write minus counters negative, right? So these are 5 and 2 more. So when you add them, what happens? Clearly, that forms a 0, this forms a 0, this forms a 0, this forms a 0, this forms a 0, right? What I'm trying to say here is this set is a 0, right? So I'm just trying to cancel it, showing that this is a 0. Makes sense? So that is zero principle, right? So 5 of each combined together to make 5 zeros. 5 zeros is like a 0, right? What are you left with? You are literally left with two negatives. And therefore, we can write this as negative 2. You got the concept. Perfect. Now, we have the same concept on number line. Let me extend it to explain that also. So, on a number line, if I have to add minus 7 to plus 5, what will happen is that we'll start with 0, right? Plus 5 means we'll go from here 5 units plus, right? Let's say this is 5 for us. And then minus 7 will mean we will go from here minus units, right? So that becomes minus 7. So where we reach, you'll find that to be minus 2. So with a number line, that is how you're going to do it. So in the series for number lines, you can have complete explanation. I hope this is clear, right? Let's move on, take up the next question, which is apply zero principle to find the sum of minus 6 plus 1. So once again, we'll make use of the counters. We have minus 6, the integer, and we have another integer plus 1. We have to add them. So minus 6 literally means we'll have negative counters, 6 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. To these, we have to add 1. So we have plus 1 here. Right? So we are adding them, means counting them all 1 together. So this means you can combine them, right? So let's combine and write them on the right hand side. So once again, we have these 6 negatives 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we have 1 positive. The combination of this one negative, one positive becomes 0. So kind of cancels out. We are left with both 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 negatives, right? So 5 negative is what we have. So that is the result. You get the idea. So when you add negative 6 to plus 1, you get negative 5. It's very easy to use the concept of these counters to find the solution. And that is how we add integers using the model. Perfect. So I hope it is absolutely clear. Feel free to write your comment, share your views. If you like and subscribe to my videos, that'd be great. Thanks for your valuable time and all the best.